Hey all, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Previously, we made it past the much hyped up Ruby Flats. Well, technically we're in the middle of it right now, and there's a bloody rainbow and everything. Truly, it lived up to everything Spa made it out to be. But we also met this little fella right here, Valdi, a young Machina lad who is just jumping for joy right now to be with us. He is actually the commander, if you can believe it, of Colony 30, which I basically talked over last time. Sorry for that, but we're bringing it up now, so everything's all good in the hood. And we're actually on his hero quest to find a bunch of stuff for him.
He needs to repair, or basically cannibalize, some parts to create a new Levnis in order to get back to Colony 30. I'm not sure why this is strictly necessary for him, but it's what he asked us to do, so it's what we're going to do.
Well, one of the consoles is looking for him, so it may be in his best interest to put his best foot forward and make sure that the enemy hasn't been taking out his stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Alright, let us follow the path. There they are, we beat the shit out of them last time.
As you can see, there's 3 things to go grab. One of them is in kind of that dark, rocky area that you sort of stepped into last time. There was like a side area with some containers. That's where you'll be going for that one. The other 2 were just kind of out in the field somewhere, so just follow the path to get to those.
I haven't done any grinding in between sessions. I haven't really touched the game at all. Mostly because I'm feeling a touch over-leveled. I don't want the game to become a cakewalk per se.
Yeah, I think you're at level 24, which is just about the limit that the guide that I'm reading for this LP recommends you to stop at. I think they said 27 is like a hard cap of don't go past this or you're going to really screw yourself.
I'm not in a fighting mood right now. You will have to relent on your advances.
There will be plenty of fighting today, don't worry about it.
Glorious.
I think off here to the right is what you're looking for. You're passing it right now.
I'm looking.
You literally passed it, turn to your right.
But... I knew this area was important.
I didn't want to say anything when you were here the other day. I knew you would be coming back here for this quest.
It's just where I stored some of the junk I've picked up. Can't keep it all at the colony. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how hoarding is.
So you're recycling the parts as you deem necessary?
Considering he's like a mechanic with nothing but being a mechanic on the brain, I can understand him hoarding materials.
And a lot of requests from the pilots to boot.
It's kind of funny that Riku just looked at his stuff without even touching it and analysed it on the spot. And Tyan over there was giving it all this about Valdi supposedly being the best mechanic in all of Kevers. But then again, that's, I guess, is propaganda still propaganda even if it's positive?
Yes, absolutely. And no one here is immune to propaganda.
Indeed, indeed.
Remind me, what was it we were trying to do again?
Picking up parts.
There's a husk in the background there. We'll have to remember to get that before we leave.
Well, for the body, I'd need...
This whole area, I think, this kind of sort of cave, or whatever you would call this, is home to a bunch of Turkins. And so I guess any bodies or husks that you find here are ones that unfortunately failed to get out before the Turkins caught them.
Just kind of shit-talking Valdi in the background. He doesn't care. His mind is on the money, and his money's on the mind.
Well, we've been found.
Nope, sorry. The only thing on my mind is fluting right now.
So we've got this whole thing with Valdi, and we should be able to advance the main story once that's complete, and we should be able to get to some pretty important stuff today. I think you're actually going to be pretty excited when we get to it.
So, good start to the week. Tired, why did you go the long way around, mate?
He's just weird like that.
Alright, so, I guess we'll go after this one first, it's closer.
You think you're all that, do ya?
Just more enemies to ignore. Again, sadly, the pathing disappears whenever the enemies are chasing you, so you kind of got to remember where it is.
Now, is it down from where we are right now? Because if it is, I can take up that newly opened shortcut.
No, it is right there. You can actually see the light that you're heading towards.
I don't know, Spa. That could be any light. Sorry. Oh, hey.
Probably going to trigger a cutscene when you get close to it? Maybe? Yeah, there we go.
Good stuff.
There. I want the parts from that big guy.
Which big guy?
Oh, this was actually part of the cutscene. I thought it was just a random event on the field.
The damage.
If you notice, when you were approaching them, it didn't have that symbol over them as something that you could interact with because they were sort of untargetable or uninteractable. And they're fucking dead now.
Really?
This horrible. Valdi, okay?
I kind of forgot how much Manana and Valdi interact in these
This
scenes.
is how my necklaces have been treated.
Interact quite a lot and become friends pretty quickly.
But we don't have time to be standing around.
Huh? What's happening? Well,
Can you not hear the battle music? We're in for some fisticuffs, I think.
What?
Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's get this over with.
It's Land's time, says Land in this fanfic I wrote in my head just now.
Looks like a really wide open mouth, like his jaw is just on the floor.
Come on, Tom. Positionals, mate. Positionals.
You're probably not going to get enough attacks in to use Infinity Blade on this thing.
I do like Infinity Blade. Fuck it. It's Ouroboros time.
Mimi? Sure I did, Sana. You look great.
Mine, thank you very much. I guess that's that. It's a shame when your little mechanical babies get used as articles of war, but it is what it is. It's time to stop being so fucking naive, Valdi. You know.
He just built the things. He didn't really, like, think about how they were being used, I guess.
Oh, very pretty.
Very pretty, yep.
That rainbow's still there.
If the rainbow is still there in the nighttime, then we know it's fake.
Nothing like a fake rainbow to put a pisser on, you know. I did say I was going to tone down the fire, but I can't be doing with no walls giving it all this.
Sometimes you just gotta put them in their place. There's something about Mio with Lance's giant sword that just kind of doesn't really look right to me.
But it's okay, I've switched characters now. You don't have to worry anymore.
Did you see me in action, Mimi? Sure I did, Sana. You look great.
This one seems to be... Nope, it's still on the same plateau, essentially.
Yeah, it's just a little bit further down. I think when you turned to head up this way, there was another way you could go. Maybe back towards that area that we explored a little bit last time.
Got in a little attack there before it faded off. Whatever.
Was one of the collectibles you picked up called Toothed Clover with the 2 spelled like the number 2? That's so weird. Paid very little attention to the collectibles in this game because they're just not nearly as important as the ones in Xenoblade 1, where you needed them for like quests and Collectopedia fill-ins and whatnot. You just kind of pick stuff up and use it whenever the game tells you to in this one.
You gotta face me. I'd better step up my game.
Not sure if I could have picked that up without engaging, but we're engaging now, so whatever.
I think you had a chance to, but fighting these isn't going to hurt you any.
Did a little bit of tweaking of the Ouroboros at the end of the last part, but nothing too crazy.
The Ouroboros is honestly kind of pathetic at level 0. It's level 2 and 3 where they start becoming really, really strong. It just takes a while to get to that point because you don't have all 3 of your Master Art slots yet.
Take out the little ones first, I think.
Yeah, I think your party's just going to do kind of whatever unless you direct them to do something.
And I'll be the healer. That's got such a wide radius. Not a complaint.
Not sure what was happening to Noah. Oh, it was because you fused with Uni, so one of your tanks was gone. That's why.
I can't see him in all this madness.
Oh, he's already been picked up, yeah.
Well, that's why we have 2 healers.
Might be able to get a chain attack on this thing. Yeah, you probably should be able to.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Hit them where they least expect. Keep going. Push through.
Why did I press stop?
Oopsie.
Oh, that. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Classic end Tom affair right there. I didn't even realize you could cancel it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of points when I have done that. It's basically when I get so unlucky on the chain attack that there's just no point in continuing.
I'm gonna give it a swing of this.
I think it's hilarious.
No harm done, I guess. Yeah, this is one you actually have to grab with A, so there's no chance of sneaking in and grabbing it.
This is looking good. But man, even so. Seeing all this Levnis wreckage, that's how a battle always feels after. Just sad.
Yeah, we were red-pilled before, Ouroboros-pilled even.
Makes me want to fix them all right back up.
Look here, you.
Listen, I had this injury once. It really did a number on me, physically and mentally.
I don't remember any of this. It's been so long since I've gone through this, I don't remember any of his backstory, to be honest.
It's Nopon for a really great person. So anyway,
I guess he's an apprentice to a Nopon then. They were talking about that back there.
And an enemy of none.
You might eventually meet that Nopon depending on some of the side quests we do. That's not really a spoiler.
Fair enough.
Got me thinking about stuff.
It's nobody I know, is it?
No, of course not, no.
Just get them back on their feet. My pals here wouldn't want me
If
to
it
do
were,
that
then I
on
wouldn't
me.
have said anything.
That's fair.
You're very
Just
sweet.
a really, really, really old grizzled Riki.
It's
Still
just that
fucking
it's
to these days.
You can't start
Fucking
getting
and trucking
really
is all he
because something's
craves.
Broken. Not all wars are fought on the battlefield, right?
Some are in the mind.
That gauntlet.
Some are in the heart.
But enough about the series, we can't get enough of.
This, my master pawn gave this to me to celebrate my recovery.
Nothing says, I love you, apprentice, like a big loving fist.
You want to see more?
Remember, the name of his quest is the Kind Right Hand.
Ah, yes.
Come
So
on,
that's
don't be
what that's
shy
pointing
now.
towards. It's a little bit on the nose.
What I'm getting from all this is that you really like this master pawn of yours, huh?
Yeah, he was really harsh on me sometimes, but he was 10 times the mechanic I could ever be.
Are Nopon just like really skilled to make up for like
Most excellent.
their inability to be
question.
like mass reproduced and whatnot?
Because they live so much longer, they have that much more time to gain skills and like hone those skills as well. So
You don't say. I can't wait.
I don't think the game ever makes it clear if Nopon have the same lifespan as like from the first 2 games. But clearly they live longer than 10 years like all the humans do, so certainly they've got to have that much more time available to them.
You sure he doesn't just have Levnises on the brain?
Oh, nice. That's That's a rare
That
one.
should do us.
Wonder if you can actually quick travel up there.
We were at earlier.
I could, but I prefer to run right now. You know, I gotta get my steps in. Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
I think it is going to force you to go the long way around, though. Oh no, that's right, you took the ladder down. You did put that ladder down just a moment ago.
I decided that the steps weren't worth it.
Fair enough.
And now we're here.
Every time you skip travel somewhere, by the way, you can also choose the time of day.
Thanks, guys.
That's what that
Looks
thing
like
is
all
off on the
parts are
right whenever
accounted
you're
for.
selecting a destination.
This is
I know.
enough to
So
believe
pretty much every time you skip travel, you're probably going to select morning by accident,
Valdi.
just because you don't pay attention to it if you're anything like
Came
me.
into low.
I thought that with a Levnis, I'd be able to protect my friends. That no one would have to get hurt.
Yeah, well,
But just
it was a
building and
bitch, I
fixing
guess.
them up isn't going to make life rosy again.
you need to be a help on the battlefield as well.
They go out.
We need to make sure
and
that
they
the
have
battles
to
don't happen, is I think what they're getting towards, rather than trying to make the battles go easier.
True.
Of course, in this kind of world, that's easier said than done.
Valdi is doing perfectly normal job of mechanic. Issue of orders not your fault.
Yeah, we have to take out the guys at the top.
This doesn't sit right with you, does it? So make something new. Why do you always have to make stuff for fighting? Why not try a different tack?
How about a chair that can fly?
That would be nice.
It would, yeah. Just walk around with, like, the X-Men theme blasting. Look at me, I'm Professor
Obviously,
X.
I don't know the nitty-gritty, but I'm sure it's not totally off the table, right? This ain't the time to give up, right?
Yeah. Lance, you couldn't be more right.
Just needed someone to tell him in the Queen's basic English. Sorry, the King's basic English.
Thanks, Lance.
I guess in
And
this
all
world
of
it would be the Queen's
you. I'll be
English.
back in a
Yeah,
jiffy.
plural. And so he rebuilt them.
In like 10 seconds. He made a little friend.
A little friend!
Wow, that fast, huh?
It's looking a little on the small side, no? Is that how you wanted it?
I swear if Metalface's voice comes out of that thing, I'm turning the console off.
But he can follow simple
Fancy
commands.
meeting you here.
Yeah.
His only
Bernardo
job is to
boy.
take care of
Oh
him.
shit, wrong game.
But that's just fine. He's a good guy.
He made a robo butler.
Right then. Guess our job here's done. So,
Yeah.
I believe it is literally called Mechafriend. So yeah, it's a Mechafriend. That's about it.
And I came all this way.
Oh no. That was a very dramatic slow turn.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Ouroboros.
Zaldin sounding motherfucker.
Ah, fear not. I have no interest in stirring the pot.
He does though, you're right.
I was simply curious as to why our dear Valdi hadn't returned. You promised us you would build the ultimate Levnis, did you not?
And so I have, behold, the friend of yore.
Just to wait.
I never said the ultimate Levnis would be for fighting.
True.
How I shall delight in crushing you beneath my boot.
About that. Actually, I've decided to.
How many times must I say it? Games are for winning. That's what matters.
He treats all this just like a fucking sports
If we were
day.
to lose the initiative, we would be the ones trampled beneath their boots.
Yes.
Keeping in mind what the party learned earlier, that the same consoles work for both the Kavesi and Agnian colonies. So this guy probably presides over an Agnian colony as well, despite him saying all of this.
Remember those words. If you've got time to be flapping those lips, you've got time to be working those hands.
Well, you're about to catch these hands if you don't shut the fuck up.
In your duty, I won't be held accountable for what happens to your friends in the colony.
Oh, you should have said that.
Asshole. The more that comes out of your gob, the more I want to smack.
Understood. I'm heading back.
Valdi!
Doesn't want his friends to be hurt no matter what.
I've made up my mind.
Can respect that.
Ultimate Levnis, he said. I'm a little worried now.
It's unlikely to bode well for us. Ideally, we'd want to prevent it being deployed in battle.
Okay, this rules out
Oh, yeah,
Mechafriend
that's
being
true.
the ultimate
But I was
Levnis.
more
That would have been
worried
cool,
about how
though.
he feels.
He said he'd made up his mind. Doesn't sound like he's going to be finishing his ultimate anything to me. More like...
He wants to destroy it.
Oh, I thought he was going to stay with us.
Nope, he's chasing after Valdi. And because we don't know where the colony is, we now have to follow Mechafriend.
I guess we can't climb just now.
Not yet, not until we actually finish the quest.
We have some new names registered.
Yeah, look at him go.
Fortunately, this guy actually goes at about the same as your run speed. A lot of the other NPC follow things that are in this game, they do not go at your top run speed. They go ever so slightly slower.
Well, we did get a comment saying that you don't have to follow him, you can just go to the destination.
Huh. See, I've found that if you run past them, they just kind of stop. But maybe it is that you can just go wherever they're going to end up at, if you do know where that is.
Shall we deal
Gotta be
with
careful about misinformation, Spur.
it? Appreciate it.
Well, the thing about misinformation is a lot of times I don't know what the correct information is.
Ignorance isn't always malicious, folks. Sometimes we're just dumb.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That was pretty much what I expected.
Hello, little friend. Oh my god.
Right, tie up?
Eyes over here!
He literally watched you kill his friend and then stepped up.
Well, I've got to gauge the situation.
Don't you look away from me! Eyes over here!
Perfect time.
I'll probably make it to level 25 today. That's more than enough.
Oh, yeah, you're still pretty much over-leveled, but you're at a point where I think being over-leveled is okay. Because you're going to have some fights coming up that it would not hurt to be over-leveled for.
Very nice.
That was spectacular!
And I was the MVP.
Oh, lads.
Thinking it.
I love this guy. I want a minifigure of him. Up here, eh?
Oh, that's right, this path is up this way. I kind of forgot where this was. When you get to the point where you just skip travel everywhere, you kind of forget where the actual walkways are at.
I mean, you're like, what, 100 plus hours away from this particular part of the story, so it's fair that you forgot.
I'm like 170 something hours in, yeah.
God damn. Stop leading me towards enemies. Did the console put a little directive in you when I wasn't looking?
I think those may have left you alone. It's like the Turkins and stuff like that that'll go after you. Or the wolves that we can see up here off to your right.
That place is pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's also kind of dangerous right now.
Well, the whole world's dangerous, Spa. I see a big fat white snake over there.
That area is probably okay at your level for the most part. There are definitely some big ones there. I think there's like a level 70 something unique that flies around there, so you might want to avoid that one if you do go into the desert over there.
Ah, there we go. Colony 30. Time to take down the flame clock.
Pretty obvious that's what's going to happen, right?
Liberating colonies. Destroying a colony's flame clock will liberate them. Very cool. Knock knock, open up the door, we're here. Jesus Christ, look at it.
You've wasted time. I'm afraid you'll have to pick up the pace. Because if you can't, well, you know the stakes.
Is there just
The
like
game will
no
soon
one else here
resume.
while he's being menacing like this?
Would it matter if there were?
I guess not.
I so want him to be surprised when the door opens up and everyone's there.
If I do as I'm told, you'll end up hurting so many people. Don't worry.
Oh, that was him. That was two lines together. I thought it was a separate person.
Yeah, those kind of ran together a little quickly.
The next time we meet, I'll make you into the best Levnis there ever was.
But you'll serve tea.
So that's the game we're playing, is it now?
Oh, jeez.
You little upstart!
Okay, that is not okay.
This is a case of falling in with the wrong crowd, isn't it?
It's a case of you being a dick, my dude.
Disappointed.
Well, it's not finished yet, so this bodes well for us taking it down.
About halfway to the projected schedule, but this will have to do.
What are you gonna do?
I will have it achieve its intended purpose. But, first of all, I believe you need a little discipline.
Oh, come on. Nah, mate.
Wait a sec.
Right, I forgot Mechafriend is the MVP.
What is this junk?
I thought it was Lance that jumped in.
The same, honestly. Valdi was one thing, but if this guy bites it, I'm going to be triply pissed. No! Okay, he had the shield up.
You've done enough. I never wanted this. You weren't supposed to protect me like this.
I'm currently in the process of, like, writing a tier list for all the heroes in the game, and watching this is honestly making me like Valdi more, just because I forgot how good Mechafriend is.
Your buddy led us all the way to you.
Glorified tin opener! Don't dare attack me!
Don't do it! Please stop!
Oh, you just signed your death warrant, mate.
Any tool that defies the orders of its master is trash! Destined for the scrapyard.
It's not trash. Levnises have always protected the things I care about. I'm so small and pathetic, but they taught me that I'm worth something.
Wow, this is a big turnaround from people's interactions with machines in the first game.
That's why I chose
Yeah,
to be a
well,
mechanic.
it is a different world.
Not this. Not for something as sad as this.
Why should you care about a hunk of metal?
Says the guy in a giant hunk of metal.
Really? Don't point out my hypocrisy. I'll smush you.
Quit your yapping and let's get scrapping!
Man, Lance is full of one-liners in this part. Incomplete siege lev.
Here you go, here's your boss.
I hate it. We're more than tools for fighting.
He's really big, and that makes it take a really long time to get your positional attacks.
It's okay. I'm on it.
Remember, you can click in the right stick to dash a little bit and move faster.
Yes, yeah. Jesus.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
Oh yeah, this is one of those fights where he has a big, like, laser attack that fires directly forward in a straight line. So anyone standing directly in front of him is going to be hit. And unfortunately, half your party was standing there and got hit by it.
I'll have to stay on my toes with this one, I think. They've got a healer over there, that's fine.
I think Valdi's going to pick up Uni. Yep, that's good.
Very good.
You do have 3 healers on your team because Valdi is here, so that's nice at least.
Work up to a chain attack, I guess. And not press the plus button this time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So cool.
Check out what I've got in mind. Check out what I've got in mind. Check out what I've got in mind.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
The Yippee is too strong.
It is.
So Valdi's bonus that he gets in chain attacks, since like I said, the heroes don't get the same bonuses depending on the class they are. Instead, they all have specific ones. Valdi's bonus is that his TP will increase by 50 if the enemy you're fighting is a machine, which in this case it is. It's okay now because you don't have literally any other choices for a hero in your party. But typically your heroes are going to be way lower damage than the regular party members, so you're going to want to not attack with them as much as possible.
Okay. Reduce that aggro a little bit, I think. Very nice.
Next round, I think you definitely want to hit a healing art to try to get everyone back up to max health.
I used my thinking muscle for this one. This should be our plan of attack. I'll make it.
There you go. And your healing is affected by that damage multiplier, so that's why you healed more than normal.
Not bad.
You're still kind of at the point where you can't really do much with chain attacks. You kind of just have to do whatever.
Considering my last one was 0, that's a marked improvement. Should really be standing on that attack up thing.
Like I said, you also don't want to be standing directly in front of him, so it's that trade-off.
Let us all be big giant robots. This is a bit of a grind.
Yeah, it is a bit. Now that you're at like the level 2 Ouroboros form, you're actually doing quite a bit more damage, though.
Oh, jeez.
Kinda surprised that didn't kill you. I think it's because you were standing in the defense up thing.
So is this one of those things where like a cutscene is going to kick in?
No, you actually finished this battle.
Okay. Man, he is just resisting all my attempts to like break him and whatnot.
I think he has 65% break resistance according to this guide, which is pretty strong, and you don't have a lot of stuff to increase it yourself.
Oh no. There we go.
Honestly, this is not going too bad. Your health is low in a lot of places, but you're actually doing pretty well right now.
I appreciate that, Spark, because for me it felt a little bit like a clusterfuck.
So if you pick the chain order of a hero, it does not subtract from that gauge down at the bottom that determines how many orders you can do in a chain attack. So picking the hero chain order for Valdi back there is pretty much always a good idea when it pops up.
Okay.
It's just more rounds in the chain attack, basically. If you can finish him with this chain attack, that would be great, because as you can see, he has attack up and power charge on his buffs, which means his next attack is going to hit really, really hard.
Okay, we're going to start with Valdi here.
Alright.
I used my thinking muscle for this one.
Leave it to Uni.
Which one, Matt?
Leave it to Uni.
I'd say go with Senna, because he's blocking a lot of attacks.
Center again, or?
Start with Noah's Big Impact. Then do something with Senna.
I guess if I have a healer, I might as well heal.
Right, yeah. Go with Lance to get to the 99. And then finish with Tyon.
Yo!
The chain attack actually lasted so long that his attack up buff ran out.
Nice. This is the true power of stall tactics.
Jesus Christ, Noah got deleted.
It's okay, I have him.
According to the guide that I have been using, this is like one of the hardest hitting enemies in the early games. So, like I said, you're doing pretty well against it, actually.
We get you a little buff over here, Tyon. There you go.
And then he disappeared because he teleported away. That's so like him, though.
It sure is.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, we did it.
He's celebrating.
Useless piece of junk!
Well, it was incomplete.
A console needs no crutch to lean on.
Good. So is he just dead?
I think he comes back later in another quest.
Okay.
Didn't do anything.
I wouldn't say that.
Pretty good rule of thumb for this game is as far as consoles go, you're gonna see them when they die.
Well, I sure hope so.
Now, I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything, but it's a robot, you can just rebuild it.
But is it the same robot if you rebuild it?
Oh. The robot of Theseus.
Mechafriend.
Gotta have a name, right?
Why couldn't you give it an actual name like
Isn't
Tim
Eyes
then?
meant for battle? He's a fellow companion and a friend.
And he was a good friend.
And he was Mechafriend.
And he
So
was
yeah.
Mechafriend.
Thanks, guys. I'm not gonna focus my efforts just on repairing Levnis's anymore. I'll be working hard to figure out the best way to protect us all, in the truest sense. Oh. But, I guess that'd mean doing something about all our flame clocks, huh?
Well, now that you mention it,
About that.
we got a little something here. I didn't know we even said it.
It'd mean that everyone in the colony wouldn't have to fight anymore. The Levnises too.
You can do that?
We can.
Show him the sword.
I can't guarantee that things
Well,
will
it
go
worked
smoothly
last
for
time.
you.
Imagine if it just didn't ever work again.
Oh man, that would be
Particularly great as they
brutal.
stand anyway. If I can make a difference for people, and not just Levnis's, let's do it. Let's make this happen.
I can't imagine people and robots living in harmony.
Here we go.
Yeah, baby.
It's so cool. Hope no one was standing there.
Riku was, but Riku impervious to damage. It just goes donk and bounces off him.
It really broke.
See, I didn't think this was going to be, like, a regular part of gameplay. I thought it was going to be part of the story, for sure, but you actually go around and do stuff.
Wait, don't move a muscle.
Some of them
There might be
are
some valuable
required.
materials
Like
lying
this
around.
entire quest that you're doing
Nothing worth
is
bothering
required
about,
because you
believe
have to
me.
learn how to climb the vines.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, for whatever reason, Valdi teaches you. So this is one that you actually have to do.
You seem more
A lot of
stubborn
them are
than
pretty optional, though.
Come on, man. No.
It's optional in the sense of the same way exploring is
It's a
optional.
big change of
Like, if you're not doing it, you're doing
perspective.
things
Like I said
wrong.
before, I'd already made up my mind.
So I guess that makes sense when you said you haven't, like, seen all of the consoles.
Hey, could I help you guys with your mission? In return?
I can teach you to climb. You just put one hand on the thing and just keep doing that until you reach the top.
Just pretend the
I've never
wall
been more sure.
is a ladder.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
We
Bob.
appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. Count me in.
But not actually, because I'm staying here. So that's Colony 30's flame clock we've busted up now too. Yeah, if we keep this up, I bet we'll get a free Sunday. We'll be lucky if that's all that happens. What do you mean? You think we might not be the only ones in their firing line, is that it? Interesting. Descent in the ranks.
Well, it's more that, yeah, if the consoles are paying attention, then they're going to say, hey, you guys aren't going around killing anymore. The fuck's up with that?
Yeah, not a fan of that. Yeah. I mean, when we're Ouroboros, there's even less. There's 3 of us. Oh, like we did at Colony 4. I'm wondering, can we go back to Colony 9 at this point?
There's actually a bit of info that you can get if you run around Colony 30 that will actually direct you back there, and you could go do that if you don't want to continue the main story right now.
I do feel like freeing our old friends, though.
Then go for it.
Okay. Not sure I like your tone, but I'll give it a shot.
I'm just saying, it's like you're picking between going to do that or continuing the main story, and both are really cool, so...
Well then, no time like the present. Let's go and find some people to talk to at the colony. Very nice. Ah, yeah, a traversal skill.
Thanks for the show of confidence.
Ah, does that make sense?
Yeah, because he was the one that was, really making that connection to Valdi throughout the whole quest.
Wall climbing. Lets you climb up walls even without the use of ladders. Let's have a little explorer poo around this colony here. Wow, these guys were all just up here. Were they watching?
Dinky Dinky. I love knob-on names.
With helping hand of Mechafriend, output of Dinky Dinky will be much. Robots only exist for our benefits. Hello, Widge Widge.
I think the info spot about Colony 9 is near the Colony 30 maintenance bay. If you want to head straight to that, or if you want to just run around and talk to people, that's fine too.
I can do that on my own time, it's fine. Maintenance bay, but...
The guide says basically as soon as you load out of the cutscene, run forward, so maybe like down the ramp.
Okay. There's the canteen.
You could probably run over, yeah, grab that real quick.
Let's grab something.
Then, eh?
I forgot there was someone named Vin. There's so many Kingdom Hearts names.
Widespread custom. Not the one we wanted, but info is info all the same.
All of these things are basically going to be either just random discussions that you can have that basically like the heart-to-hearts, or going to lead into quests. You don't have to keep ZR held down to get these, by the way.
It's fun. I like focusing on people who are talking to me. It's polite.
One thing that I do find annoying about these text boxes is if it's happening, like it's ongoing, and you move the camera so they move off screen, they actually stop and they restart if you move the camera back on again.
If I'm being honest, it's something of a relief that he's no longer with us.
We got new folks on the map.
Hell yeah. Colony 9 can't catch a break either. Ah, here we go. They're surrounded by Agnes, aren't they? They'll be done before long. We must discuss this.
Head back up to the canteen and talk about it, and then go on your way, I guess.
Indeedy so. I don't really need to buy anything in a while.
No, again, there's not really much worth spending gold on. One of the side quests that I had to do recently required me to put down like 500,000 gold. And I had like 6 million, so I didn't care.
Woo, that's good.
Is that meant to be green? I don't know about that one.
I think it's just the lighting, mate.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait to nosh on it.
Nosh. Okay, so that's not done, that's not done. Do this one first.
Hey, we gotta talk.
No, Colony 9 lately is one that you can talk about.
I know, but I'm talking about this one first.
Oh, you meant not done as in you haven't done it yet. I thought you meant you didn't have all the,
Yuzet is my aide. He takes care of tons of jobs for me. That was the dude who was speaking to Valdi on the thing earlier. Build Levnis's. So basically, you leave all your commanderly duties to your poor mate. Uh-huh. He really helps me out. I'm a leech, a sponge.
He's the commander because he's the head mechanic, not because he really does all of the commander's work.
Really? If you're gonna do that, don't you need to keep more of an eye on all these things? Yeah, you can't stay in the workshop all day like Shulk, oh my god, I just got the connection. And he's friends with Lance, who's kind of like Ryan. Probably not intentional, but I like reading into things.
He's even got the goggles on his head, sort of, kinda.
Big friendly friend. Stuff for me to do off screen, I guess.
Hey, we gotta talk.
Alright, What do we make of this news about Colony 9 possibly being under threat? Even if it's just a nasty rumour, I don't fancy leaving anything to chance. I agree, if they really are up against a large battalion, there could be a lot of casualties. What I want to know is, why now all of a sudden? It's just a theory, but I'd imagine that they consider this a particularly opportune moment. Striking when the enemy defences are at their weakest is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Only thing that fits time-wise is us becoming Ouroboros. So what, you said it's our fault? It may very well be, actually.
A lot of their best fighters did leave.
We should go and help them. If we hurry, there might still be a chance. We can fit it in before the part's over. What? Okay, let's go and talk to the commander. If we work together, we should be able to keep casualties to a minimum. I just hope they'll believe us. If not, we can always try a different approach, like destroying the flame clock. Though it would be far from ideal, we may end up having to stave off the enemy attack by ourselves. We just took down a big, giant robot. I think we'll be fine.
Sometimes one big enemy is very different than a bunch of smaller ones.
True that. Ugh. Hero quests, where the heart is. It seems the problems are far more prevalent than we'd anticipated. Tell me about it. So, what's our next step? I think we could do a lot of good here by helping out, but ultimately our destination is Swordmarch. That's important too. You're right. We should consider things from all angles before we act. Pluses of freeing colonies enable you to access a wealth of new information. Staying informed. Yeah, actually, before we go to Colony 9, let's go back to Colony 4 for a second. Where is it? It's around here somewhere.
To the north.
Thank you. I'm terrible with reading a map, what can I say? Because there is more information here, I believe.
Yes, there will be quests that you could pick up here as well. One of which is a long-running quest line that kind of goes through the entire game with possibly two of the most annoying characters in the entire game for me.
Oh, jeez. I'll definitely have to pick that up.
Christ.
Singbreeze Funnel. Slap bang in the middle of monster territory. Well, we picked it up. I guess that'll do for now.
Something smells tasty.
No, Valdi. Now is not the time for treats. Back to Colony 9 we go. Oh, finally. Feels so good to actually be able to do this.
Right, yep.